Hi, how you doing? And welcome back to the video on the channel. So we finally made it. It's the last video of our World Cup mini series. Started all the way back with the previews. And we've got the final to preview today, but also the third place playoff. If you are new to the channel, any support is greatly appreciated. Likes and subscribes. Because we're gonna get straight back into all the Premier League fantasy content after the tournament has finished. So we've got to start with a bit of key information. It's important to bear in mind that unless you're wildcard, you've got 6 transfers. If you are still playing at this stage, and 6 transfers that you can use to mix up your team, and up to 8 players from each nation. Although a lot of people think it's just the final that you'll be playing for, but it's also the third place playoff as well. I do think Croatia, Morocco, that's going to be a bit more one-sided to Croatia than maybe the France Argentina final will be. You still get 105 million. That's not increasing to knockout stages. And to be honest, with teams like Croatia and Morocco, maybe a bit of surprise to be at this stage. I'm actually finding it difficult to spend all 105 million on players. Just a little side note, currently ranked about 14,000 in the competition, which is pretty good for me. I know people might have stopped playing, but I will take any sort of success that I can get my hands on, really, to just help me for when I prepare to go back to normal Premier League fantasy football, which isn't going quite so well. So we've got the team here, and we start with Livakovic in goal. Now, he's played really well this tournament. I do quite fancy Croatia to keep a clean sheet against Morocco. Morocco struggled to score more than 1 goal a game, and he has saved penalties in a couple of shootouts, and he's made some really good saves as well. Moving on to the defence, and we have got Lovren in there as one Croatian defender. I think he's someone that I don't mind. You've kind of got to be okay with doubling up in defence when there's only 4 teams left in the competition. But I think he is someone that could, potentially get a header from a corner as well. Moving on, we've got double France defence right now. We have got some more French than Argentina players on the bench because obviously the Croatia Morocco game is before that. So if your Croatian players or your Moroccan players don't score as well, you can quite easily just sub in any France and Argentina players. France, whilst they haven't, against Morocco, it was the first clean sheet of the tournament. I do think that players like Koundé and Hernandez, they get forward from fullback, and Hernandez scored in the semi-final. Not necessarily going to do it again, but that is your track record of him, doing very well. And same with Otamendi, I thought, you might as well hedge your bets and go for one of each, or a defender from Argentina as well, just in case they manage to shut out France. Moving on to the midfield, it's looking pretty Croatia heavy right about now. Triple Croatia in the midfield. I do think they're going to get third place. I think Morocco kind of run out of steam a little bit. Now the momentum's gone in terms of could they make the semi, could they make the final. Now that it's hard to pick yourself up psychologically after that deflating defeat. And Croatia have got a bit more experience, a bit more know-how, and they'll be motivated to finish third in back-to-back. Finish third again after finishing second in the previous World Cup to get the back-to-back top 3 finishes. So Perisic, Brozovic, and Modric. I've had Perisic from the beginning. He's played really well this tournament. Modric pulls the strings, and Brozovic is the box-to-box, so you can also get some tackle points there. Gone for McAllister from Argentina. Quite expensive, really. I think the only midfielder that was more expensive than him was Di Maria, and he didn't even play in the semi-finals. So you're going to want someone that's guaranteed to start. He started every game this tournament, I think, and looks a shoe-in to start again in the final. Up front, we've obviously got Mbappe and Messi. You've got to spend that transfer fund somehow because it's hard to find some expensive players elsewhere. Both reasonably, up the top scoring ranks, both within the shout for top golden boot and player of the tournament, really. You would say, if Argentina wins, Messi's a shoe-in for the player of the tournament, and probably the same for Mbappe as well. Moving on to the bench, we've got Martinez. Just kind of, along with Otamendi, already had 2 French defenders, got 3 if you include Varane on the bench. So I really did kind of want to balance that out and get another Argentina player in there as well. Really, because anything can happen in the final. It's likely to be quite cagey, probably like a 1-0, 1-1, something like that. Fernandez, again, Argentina midfielder, he's quite attacking and he is playing. And we're rounding it off. We're going with Olivier Giroud, scoring goals this tournament. I think he's got 4, so he's not that far off the golden boot. I don't think he'll get it, but he is someone that we know is going to play for France and someone that's in good form. So I just think, why not? I actually don't have any Morocco players in this. I don't think they're going to do very well. against Croatia. I think if you wanted to have someone like Griezmann in, that's also a possibility. It's just Giroud plays further forward. Um, and I didn't really want to give up Mbappe or Messi as Griezmann is registered as a striker playing midfielder. That kind of goes against your natural instincts of fantasy league. So thank you very much for listening, watching the video and the content throughout the World Cup mini series. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and it's helped you out if you've been playing the game. Really do appreciate all the support as a small channel. Like and subscribe. Again, fantastic all the support we've had. And I will see you in the next one, which will probably be some sort of wild card preview, Premier League video. So yeah, enjoy the rest of the World Cup, and I will see you in the next one.